y'all. My name is Jasmine Jones, and I am a licensed clinical social worker, and you are now watching Black Girl, a Therapist in the Wild. And this is a little show I like to call Therapist Sips and Reviews. And today we are reviewing Abbott Elementary Season 5, Episode 7, Garden Goof Girl. Or Goof Girl. One of them. And I'm sipping on Bailey's and Kahlua. Yes. Chocolate milk. So I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back again. The OGs of this channel know that when I go away for a couple weeks, and I'm usually on vacation. And no, I don't tell y'all ahead of time, because why would I tell a bunch of strangers on the internet that I don't know personally that I'm about to leave my house empty? That's not smart. So you're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, so I went to Antigua, and it was the most amazing experience ever. I stayed with this really nice lady at her guest house. It wasn't a house, it was a hotel. Like, there was 10 rooms, hotel rooms. Her husband built it. He's a ship builder, and like, he made it. First there was a bottom part where there's a hall, a convention center situation, because they didn't have that in that part of the town and stuff, so people could have events and stuff there. Like, even while I was there, like, one of the schools in an area was having like a little like retreat for the young ladies at the school and stuff like that, at the little hall that they had there. And then there's 10 rooms that he built above that and stuff like that, and it's called Coco Rose Guest House, and it's so beautiful. And the lady that works there, that owns the place, that she's really nice, and you know, like, I really enjoyed myself. Like, she made me Antiguan food. Like, I didn't even ask her to do this. She was just doing really nice shit. I bought her a gift at the end, just because, you know me and nice people. Like, if you genuinely a nice person, like, something in my brain shuts off and I just believe it. I believe everything that you say, that you do. I've been working on that, because, you know, the gullibleness, be gullible in and shit. But like, no, like, she was really nice. And like, I've been telling people, when you go to these islands, you got to figure out who's the black folks and what do they own. Like, for me, I noticed that when I was looking for a package on Expedia, because that's how I travel. I just be getting the packages off Expedia because it's easy. I was looking at the hotels for Antigua, and I saw like the resorts, and I was like, I don't want to stay on a resort though. And like, because when I go to the countries, I like to see the country. Like, I was in the middle of the woods in Antigua, climbing over boulders and shit by myself. I woke up early in the morning, got a rental car, drove to the hiking trail, and was crawling on the boulders. I was just doing random shit, and like, it was amazing. Like, you know, like, I had to research, of course, like, what Caribbean countries are safe, because, you know, white supremacy and colonization has, you know, made these countries hard to live in for the people there. And so people do desperation crimes because white people, and I'm not gonna blame them people for what they have to do, but I just don't want, don't do it to black people. Like, I just can't have that shit falling on me and shit, you know. Like, it's like Candyman and shit. Like, why you killing black people in the projects when it was the white people that covered you in honey and let the bees eat you? I don't understand why. And then you tell them you want this white bitch to be your victim and shit. Like, I don't see, we're traumatized. We're traumatized, and we're putting it on the wrong people. I'm confused. You know, so I have to be cautious, because I like to see the country when I go to people's countries. I like to see how people live. I like to see how their experiences in their space. And what I found as I go travel around the world is that people are just people everywhere. They got different cultural practices and different ways of dressing. Very African over there, you know. Like, even the food she made me was like this rendition of like fufu, but it was with cornmeal. And I don't even like fufu, just because I'm a texture person, and fufu is too goopy. When it gets to the back of my throat and I feel that goopiness, I just feel like I'm gonna throw up. But the cornmeal fufu was more like kind of like a mashed potato-y texture. And then she made like what did she make? It was like this rock salt fish and cod curry type situation that you would stick the fufu in, and this I think it was okra. It was like this okra and papaya or something thing that she made, and then she made plantains and stuff, and so you stuck the fufu, and it was delicious. It was seasoned perfectly. It was magical. But no, figure out how to stay at these guest house and hotels and stuff owned by black people. They're really personable. They're really nice. Like, I've heard other people that have stayed with, at the black people's spots and stuff, and they love it too. And Coco Rose Guest House. It's Coco Rose, not Coco Hotel, because it's a Coco Hotel. That's not it. It's Coco Rose Guest House. And like, if you go to Antigua, look it up. Like, it's amazing. Like, I loved it. And she has all good reviews. Like, she's the type of lady that on the reviews, like, people were saying how like they would go there, they didn't have rental cars, they would just be staying there. And like, she would go out of her way to like drive them to a local restaurant down the way in her van so that they could try local food and eat and stuff. And I was just like, she's a really nice person, and she deserves to have a bunch of people come to her spot and blow her shit up. Like, and just be staying there and stuff, and helping fund her. She even has like properties in the town for people to rent and stuff like that, like houses. Like, she really doing a damn thing. And her name's Miss Rose, and it was just really nice. It was just really nice. And she has a little beach attached to her guest house, so like, and it was like empty most of the time, so I would like go on adventures in the morning, and then I would come back and lay out on the beach for like hours. And it was just magical, and I needed that. It was tranquil. It was peaceful. I'm not the extreme sports type. I don't want to go zip lining. While I was there, I was considering zip lining, and then Khalees posted this video of her zip lining in Africa. I think she's in Kenya or something, and she broke her fucking ankle zip lining. And I was like, see, this is a sign. This is confirmation. This is Jesus saying that you are not an extreme sports bitch. You don't need to be zip lining across the jungle. I don't care what you're talking about. She broke her fucking ankle. You go on her page, she's wearing a boots. I'm not zip lining. I just want to lay on the beach. I'll go hiking here and there. I'll explore an old ruin a la Indiana Jones and shit. But I'm not gonna be I don't want to scuba dive. I don't want to snorkel. I can't swim. I would just lay on the beach, and then I would like wade into the water and just lay in the shallow part of the water and let the waves wash over me, because the water was warm like a bathtub. It was magical. It would be raining there, and it would be raining like it rains in New Orleans when it's humid, and it'd be just warm. Like, I love it. Like, I was just walking around in the rain. I didn't care. As long as it's warm, then it's like walking around in the shower. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. But I had a marvelous, wonderful time, and I loved the experience, and I loved it. It was like being around a mom. Like, it just felt so homey and so personable, and I haven't been around a mom in a long time. And like, she was just the nicest lady. And so like, I wanted to take this time to talk about my trip on one of my regular videos before I did like, eventually I'm going to do Wicked. I'll probably do it once Abbott goes on break and shit, and then I'm gonna do Gen V, the second season. And usually when I do shows where there's white people on it, like, I get a bunch of new people and shit. And so like, I'm gonna just talk about my trip with the OGs, because the OGs, they know I ramble and go on and on. Eventually we'll get to the show. So why not talk about my trip? I took a bunch of pictures. I feel like at this point, I feel like traveling for me is like an artist retreat. Like, I just be traveling, and every day I challenge myself to do a photo shoot of self-portraits and shit. And like, I just challenge myself every day to do a self-portrait on my vacations. And then when I'm not on vacations, I'll do a self-portrait once a week. And that's me literally just practicing for my vacations. So, no, it was amazing. Antigua was so fun. Like, if I lived on the island, I don't know why you would come over here to America. Like, I don't care if it's a little shanty shack off the beach. I would just live like that forever. Like, I don't need much if those are the options of living on the beach versus living in America in a 3-bedroom house or some shit. I'd rather live on the beach in Antigua in a shanty shack and shit and figure it the fuck out. Why are we coming to this evil ass country with these evil ass white people when y'all got like you can live on the beach and stuff? Yeah, like they look like they living in some poverty type situations, but like they look so peaceful out there. Them black folks, they just look so peaceful and calm, and it was so interesting to see black folks move through the world without being constantly bombarded by whiteness. Yeah, there were white people there, but they were like tourists and shit, and they were like kind of relegated to the beach areas and like the resort areas. Like when you went up into these little towns, like when I would go driving to the hiking trails and the places that I wanted to go to, like I would drive to these little towns, and so you wouldn't see no white people, and it was just interesting. These black people just sitting on their porches, old black aunties walking around, and they like house dresses and they bonnets, walking up and down the street, just like doing stuff and living life and shit. And I was just like, look at, they look so relaxed. I wonder if they ever had arguments about should you wear bonnet to the airport when they over here walking around with their bonnets on. Like even the niggas was walking around with bonnets on, and I was just like, you know what? See, this is white supremacy that's making us argue about this stupid fucking shit that don't fucking matter. Shit. And the lady was very black. She was we were talking about Louis Farrakhan and some shit he has said about black folks and shit. I don't vibe with Louis Farrakhan like that because of some shit that he believes about black women. Is not, I don't, but you know, a broken clock is right twice a day, and so it is what it is. But you know, like I would go around and like I would hear like one time I was going around, this old black dude was just on his phone watching YouTube videos about black shit, and I'll just be like, and that happened multiple times where people were just be chilling around on their phone just watching videos about like black power and black this and black that, and I'm just like, nigga. And then it was crazy because like the people there look like my grandmother. Like when I would see these old ladies walking down the street in their house dresses and they bonnets and shit, I'd be like, why does she look like my grandmother? I mean, we all came from Africa, so we all gonna look kind of sort of similar, but damn, it was crazy. So that was my first foray into going to an all black country and being around all black people and experiencing how black people live without being constantly bombarded by white supremacy on a regular basis, like in your neighborhoods, in your grocery stores, and you know, like, no, like it was just chill and was relaxed, and it was very like laissez-faire with time. So like when I got there, people take their time, and I had to slow down too, because I'm really seeing how like colored people time is a universal thing with black people. It's a social thing. Like we're not a rushy people. And I first learned that it was an actual thing. It's not just a stereotype when I was reading Dr. Joy DeGruy's book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. And she was talking about how she went to I think it was Ghana or something. And she went to this meeting with these folks. I guess she was going to be a speaker or something. And she went to this meeting, and she saw like as the meeting was starting, they weren't really serious about people getting to the meeting on time. Like people would just be coming in like 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, whatever, just coming in and sitting down, and nobody would be saying nothing, and the work still got done. So what I was noticing is it's the same here. Like even at the rental car place, she was just like, yeah, we open at 8. If anything happens to the car, give us a call. We open at 8, but ain't nobody gonna be here at 8. So you can call like at 8:30 or 9 or some shit. And it was just kind of like whatever. Like, and I could see like as I was standing in line and how like she would take her time, like filling out the paperwork, talking to the co-worker and shit like that. Like white people would be standing there getting antsy and shit. Like they'd be like, you know, they didn't say nothing, but you could tell they were getting antsy. And I just felt more relaxed. I was just like, oh, this is like beyond just island time. Like when you go to Hawaii and stuff, because Hawaiians are surrounded by white folks and shit. So like there's island time in Hawaii, but there's still kind of this sense of urgency because white people gentrified that motherfucker and stole it from them people. And that's them people's country. And I don't care what you're talking about. But like here it was like absolutely not. Like you gonna wait for us to figure it out. Like even the lady at the hotel, when I would ask her like for certain things or things like that, it would take a second and it was okay. Like it wasn't, I wasn't mad about it because I just kept telling myself I ain't got nowhere to go. I don't got nothing to do. Like, why would I rush this lady? It's not that big of a deal, you know? And so I started feeling like it's not that big of a deal. Like, the shit's going to get done, and it's going to get done properly. It just might take a second, and I'm not in a hurry, you know? And so, like, it's like a universal diasporic thing. Like, we just be like taking our time and just like everything doesn't have to be rushed, and I feel like this is a black people thing because now I hear about it in Ghana, and I hear about it I see it in Antigua, and then I see it in my own people with American black folks, but we get punished for it. It makes it feel like we're lazy or there's something wrong with us but it's an African thing. Like, I feel it's a black people thing, and I love that because my nervous system just calmed the fuck down when I realized that I didn't have to rush. Things didn't have to be exactly on time, and like shit still got done. Shit still got done, and I liked it. I felt like if something fit into a slot in my brain, and I was like, this is how it's supposed to be. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. You know, just experience her kindness reinforced to me that I deserve kindness, I deserve love, I deserve care, and I'm not going to take it for granted. And I know that I'm not selfish and I'm not fucked up for knowing that I deserve those things, and I'll give it to myself, and I'll make sure that the people that I allow in my space give it to me, or you ain't gonna be in my space. I deserve kindness, I deserve love, I deserve to be loved, and just to experience unadulterated kindness with, you know, I didn't have to give you anything, I didn't have to do nothing. It was magical, and so everybody should go to Coco Rose Guest House and stuff. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that because, you know, why not? Anyways, let's get into the show. So we are they just came back from the holidays, you know, so I think we only got 2 episodes, and then they're gonna go on break for Christmas. And basically Barbara's grandchild is here, granddaughter, and you know, they over here like the baby's ugly because the baby's newborn, and I'm just like, yeah, newborn babies look like little wrinkly balls of spit. You know, they gotta unfold, they gotta unwrinkle and shit like that. But I'm glad that Barbara got her grandbaby, and she loved her grandbaby, and she think her grandbaby is the most beautiful thing since sliced bread, and that's what you're supposed to feel about your grandbaby. So that's beautiful. And so Barbara has his after school program where she teaches music, right? And that's a vibe. And she has this little girl in there who doesn't really like music. She doesn't really like the after school program. She wants to join the Garden Goofballs, right? And so the Garden Goofballs just happen to be just boys because it was the boys that kind of started it and stuff. But Gregory's like, yeah, you can join. And I love Janine. She was just like, my man's so inclusive. I was like, yeah, I know that's right, girl. He is. You just oh God, she reached into the pot and pulled out gold the second time, and that's some of us, we gotta keep reaching in there, we just pull out pieces of shit over and over again, and some of us never reach gold, but she done reached gold and platinum, and that's amazing. He's so inclusive. He didn't even really care that much. He just was like, well, the boy should be okay. And so I like how they illustrated how hard it is for boys to interact with girls when they haven't been socialized to interact with girls in, you know, a platonic, kind way. Like, these boys, as soon as this little girl came into class, she didn't do nothing. It was just her mere presence that they were just like, oh, well, she throws and they started pranking her and shit. And I know, like, people haze you when you first join an organization, but no, they was doing too much, and they was pranking her and icing her out and being fucking weird and shit. And all this just to come to find out that they just didn't know how to talk to her because they saw her as this gazelle that just wandered into a den of lions and shit. And how young it starts where boys objectify girls like that. And she's a little dark-skinned girl too, so I love how she was a little dark-skinned girl with her little braids and stuff, and she was just acting completely normal. There was no extras, there's no stereotypes about her. She just wanted to find a club that she liked, and she happens to like gardening, and she wanted to be in the garden goofballs and learn about gardening and shit. And like, they kept putting extras on her when she wasn't being extra. She was just being herself. She was just being natural. She wasn't being whatever it was they were making up in their head because society told them girls are like this and we can't be close to them and we don't know how to be friends with them and stuff like that. Because that type of disposition is how these boys grow up into these men that objectify women and don't know how to talk to them and only see them for what women can do for them instead of seeing the women as people. And so Gregory kind of like, he talked to the other teachers. Jacob kept intruding and I hated it. I was like, especially when the little boy was like, well, we don't know how to talk to girls. And Gregory was like, well, I'm not the greatest with talking with women. And then this motherfucker Jacob gonna go art with men. And I'm just like, Jacob, you're a fucking weirdo. Okay, you're insecure and you don't like yourself and it bleeds out of you, and that's just annoying to people. You're clingy and you're intrusive, but people still see the good in you, and that's why I love how through the show Gregory was like checking him, like, stop touching me, it's personal space, don't drive your bike. Like, you got to keep checking them people until they realize that, because they're decent people, so they're willing to listen to you. But it's sometimes with certain folks, it takes a while for them to actually take in what you're saying. Because every time he touched him, I was just like, you known this nigga for 5 years and you still touching him. Like, why are you touching? You know this nigga don't like being touched, and they got shit to do with, oh well, maybe if I keep trying he will. I think that's what Jacob be doing in his head. I think he thinks like low key, like, even though Gregory has explained it, shown it, all this other stuff to him to let him know that it's not some personal like, oh, I'm insecure and I'm scared of people thing. It's like, no, he got some neurodivergencies and he don't like being touched. Like, I don't like being touched. Like, unless you my nigga, I don't like I will grit and bear a hug. Like, grin and bear that motherfucking hug, because I don't want to touch you. I don't want to smell your smells. I don't want to potentially get grazed by you if you a nigga, and some women too. I just but I'll do it, and I'll try to maneuver so I'm not squishing my body into you in any type of way. I will try my best not to do that. But I'll grin and bear a hug just because it's so overstimulating and gross, unless you my nigga. Because I keep saying unless you my nigga, because for me, I have to get used to your smell. I have to get used to your smell, because bodies have smells that are distinct to those bodies. And if I'm not used to your smell, then you smell bad to me. It's off-putting. And it's not that even that you stink or that you don't like. I can smell the layers. So like, there's the clean layer from taking a bath, and maybe the layer from putting on cologne or perfume or something. Then there's the underlying layer of just body that you can't 100% get rid of. Musk, just your crevices, you can't 100% get rid of. And when people have sensitive sensory shit going on, they can smell it, and I can smell it, and I don't like it. And like it gets worse when people are like even just slightly sweaty or been outside all day and shit. That's why I'm so like, that's a part of why I'm so deeply into my physical hygiene, and I be taking showers twice a day and shit like that, just because I can smell myself. At this point, I don't think I stink. Like, I know it stinks to other people, but I don't think I stink. But I know when I smell it, other people can smell it. So like, I don't like that I can smell it on other people. And so once I get used to your smell though, then it becomes like my smell. And then it becomes like whatever. That's why it would be very hard for me to cheat on a nigga. Cause I don't want some random nigga touching me and they smell like different than my nigga. Like, I'm not used to the texture of motherfucking skin. I get used to that. I adhere to that. What is that word where, like when baby ducks are born and they imprint. There you go. I imprint on that, and it you know that it doesn't go away. Like not very easily. Like I have imprinted on motherfuckers that didn't bathe properly, and then it didn't bother me anymore that they didn't bathe properly because I was used to their funk. It was just they were around so much that I was just used to their funk, you know. And then of course they eventually started bathing properly because I said stuff in the beginning and shit. They feelings was hurt, but like, no nigga, you can't come in here from the gym smelling like fucking outside and then try to snuggle up under me. You stink. Like you stink, like, you know. But eventually them doing that, they didn't stink anymore, you know. They took back more showers and shit, but sometimes it would still happen where they would do shit like that and they would stink. Or they wouldn't stink anymore, like as badly as it was the first time they did it and stuff. So that's why I be saying that, because I imprint on motherfuckers and my senses can't just adjust that quickly to strangers. And so no, don't be all up hugging me. You nigga, I can smell you. Like the texture of your skin is weird, like ugh. But I try my best not to show it on my face. You just give a quick little hug and walk the fuck on and shit, because I just motherfuckers' feelings get hurt and I don't have it for I don't want to deal with you and your hurt feelings and shit, nigga, because you thought that you stink, and it's not that you stink, it's just that your natural body smells stink to me. They do. Their natural body smells don't smell good to me. They don't. It feels disgusting, and I'm trying to be nice because apparently no one else all this time, and no one else, and I not realizing that a lot of people can't smell that. A lot of people don't notice those things. And that's why I look crazy when I don't want motherfuckers touching me and shit. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. Don't touch me. I don't know you, nigga. But if you my nigga, like, I'm used to you. Like, I'm used to I imprint on that, and I'm just kind of like, no, like, that's why I was watching these TikToks. I'm gonna ramble. It's gonna be a long one. I haven't talked in a minute. I was watching these TikTok videos, and basically it was this trend where like the husband is first meeting his wife right before the wedding, and so he's got his back turned and he's gonna turn around and she's gonna surprise him with her dress and her presents and stuff. And so what they were doing was they were putting the nigga's best friends and their guy friends in the wedding dress, and basically that's gonna be their first initial view. And like, I was just sitting there literally thinking, like, why don't you know the way that your wife smells? Why don't you know the way that she walks, the sound of her walk? Why don't you know the sound of her breathing? Why don't you know these things about, like, I would have immediately known that wasn't my nigga. Like, and I know, because it was supposed to be funny and cute and whatever, but I was just sitting here offended. I was just like, and then I had to remind myself, like, bitch, like, everybody doesn't have the same heightened senses that you do. And so, Lord, give me a nigga that at least knows the sound of my walk, the tread of my feet, the smell of my body, the sound of the breath coming. Like, you know, if you with a bitch that breathes heavy, like, you, girl, the way I smell, like, why would you think that? Why don't you know how I smell? And so I'm just like, watching the videos, I'm like, they don't know their bitches. Like, I would know that wasn't my nigga, and I would be like, who is this? You're not my man. Like, even the, like, when they would touch them, like the first initial touch, like, I imprint so much, I know the way you touch me. God, I want a husband, though. And look at all the off-putting things that I'm saying that most people feel like, I can't live up to that. Like, no, it's not. Maybe you can't. That's why it's a needle in a haystack. Maybe the person for me is the person for me. And like, they're probably going to be a very special individual. I don't know what to tell you. Why didn't they know that was their wives? So no, I imprint. So this nigga keep touching Gregory, and I just feel like I understand every single time this nigga touches this motherfucker. Why are you touching this nigga? But anyways, I like how they illustrated, like, this is where it starts. It's even worse than this. Like, boys be doing even worse things to these little girls, and they get it from their parents, because their parents, even the nicest parents, will still make you feel like there's a separation between you and girls, and that's why this gender shit is fucked up. You need to let kids figure it out. You don't tell kids, oh, that's girl stuff, because they're not just relating it to colors and toys. They're relating it to actual girls and saying, well, if colors and toys are separate from us, then girls are separate from us too. So why would we even try to engage with that? See, like when Gregory was saying, like, oh, well, like, he was saying, like, oh, I want to go back real quick. So I was talking about, like, when Jacob was saying, like, oh, you don't know how to talk to men. And I'm just like, Jacob, you're a fucking weirdo. Gregory set up here and set a basketball date with Shamar Mar, and he plays basketball with him every morning. You're just a fucking weirdo, Jacob. And then he tried to stay behind and, like, say something about, oh, when you first started here, like, no, nigga. You're the runt of the litter, friend, but people are nice to you because they know that you're a nice person, and you're one of them obtuse white people that are nice people, kind of, sort of, but you still do, like, little microaggressions, and we're not going to allow you to do the microaggressions. We're just going to cut you out when you do them so that you can get it, and hope that eventually that you stop. They have the patience for that. That's magically wonderful for them. I can't. Girl, the way that you got only a few times with me to say some stupid shit, and, like, we shouldn't isolate these white people. They need to. Why is it up to us to teach them? Why is it up to us to teach white people that other people are human beings? That's what I want to know. So they have the patience for that, and it's also okay if you don't have the patience for that. Like racism light, diet racism, the obtuse racism that's ingrained in their culture, so it becomes one of those dissociative things where they don't 100% realize what they're doing or saying when the words come out of their mouth, until somebody says some shit or somebody makes a face, and then they realize that, oh, maybe that was, no, it wasn't. Absolutely fuck not. Go do something. And he keeps doing it. He keeps fucking doing it. It's whatever. They have the patience for it, because I can see that Jacob's not an evil, malicious, horrible person. But it's like, for me, like, you don't even, like, you don't have to be the worst of them for me to not want to kick it with you like that. You just have to be enough, because enough builds up into some bullshit one day. Every time I let this slide by letting you be around me, and I just don't feel like it's. Did you see the Diddy and the Diddy thing? He started off as a little nerdy motherfucker in school and dropped out of Howard and shit, and then started spiraling into narcissism and sociopathy and shit. But he was a nerdy little motherfucker and shit, and he had close friends and shit. And when people say, "But there must be signs," those are the signs, love. Like. These little, like, microaggressions and quirky things are the sign, bitch. And not everybody is gonna turn into some fucked up person eventually, but, like, a lot of them do, and those are the signs, and they look the same whether they turn out to be some fucked up individual or they just stay the same level of bullshitty. Those are the signs. There had to be signs. The signs aren't extreme in the beginning most of the time. Like, the signs aren't always going to be them chopping up animals and raping bitches. The signs are they're going to cross boundaries in other ways. The sign is just them crossing boundaries, and you have to constantly check them. Those are the signs. But whatever. As long as if they feel comfortable with that, that's none of my business, because Jacob is not a horrible person. It's just every time he does some stupid shit, it triggers me, because those are the signs of bullshit happening later on if you let it go unchecked by having this person around you. And, like, it just makes me feel like, is something gonna happen with him, or is he just, this is just his character arc and he's just gonna be this way forever? But it's still triggering every time he does some shit. It is. So I just, ew, like, and men, nigga, fuck you. You're weird. You're a fucking weirdo. Like, I don't. But anyways, but I liked it when the boys finally did start talking to her, and you could see that they were just anxious. They didn't know how to talk to her. So having this experience of having a boy in the a girl in the garden goofballs, that's what they need. They need to have close platonic contact with the opposite sex, so that they can learn that she's just a person. She likes sports too. She just happens to want to talk about the WNBA and shit. She likes gardening and flowers, and I had to look up the lily she was talking about, and I was like, oh, that's what that lily's called. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, she likes shit. Like, she's just a regular ass motherfucking person, but because you keep putting these stereotypes on her based off of what you've been socialized into, it's limiting you. It's giving you a handicap, because now you can't relate to this other being that's in the world. That's why you have to interact with people based off of them being a human being, rather than like, oh, a gender, a skin color, like, not like, oh, like, I don't see color type way, but more so like, okay, I clock that you are a woman. I clock that you're a black woman. I clock that probably informs part of your personality, but I'm going to give you a chance to show me who you are in full, rather than hooking my line into you're a woman and then dealing with you as if you're just that and that's it. You're just a woman, so that means you like pink, and you're sensitive, and you're emotional, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and everything you say is going to be attached to the thing that I hooked into, instead of like me seeing you as the full picture and letting you show yourself to me as the full picture. Absolutely the fuck not, because that's a handicap. That's how you end up with motherfuckers in your life that take advantage of you, because you have a blind spot and you're not paying attention to the blind spot, and now you got, oh, you just think I'm a woman. Okay, well, I mean, you got some money and you're a dummy. So I'm about to take that shit, and now you getting robbed and shit. Like, I don't understand. So why them passport bros be going to them other countries thinking these are just like dumb bitches and shit, like, and they end up robbed. And I'd be like, you shouldn't have just hooked your line into the woman category and forgot that she's a whole bunch of other shit too, nigga. You would have been paying attention to the fact that she's a whole bunch of other shit. And they're gonna be like, oh, well, I guess I'll add thief to the woman. So they want to add the shit instead of just seeing the full breadth of a person. They just add it to the woman category and say, well, all women are like this. All women are like. So because it's one individual one, that's why I be telling folks, I be trying every fucking day to see niggas as their own individual person as they approach me, because it's so hard. It is. I can see why it would be easier to fall into all these motherfuckers are monsters and shit, just like niggas fall into all women are receptacles for their cum and shit. But no, like, I work every day to actively see men. And you know what? When they turn out to be pieces of shit, it's kind of a relief. Because then I can stop working so hard when I'm interacting with them. I'm like, oh, no, he's like a piece of shit. Like, may not be a full monster, but like, he's misogynist, or like, he like flirts with me when he's married and shit, and I don't understand why he's flirting with me when he's married. Like, why would you do that to your wife? Like, why would you think that it was attractive to me? Like, that makes you look like a piece of shit. Like, but because you're just focusing on the category of woman. You don't realize that I think you're a piece of shit, right? Like, so okay. You don't realize that you look like a piece of shit because you're not in touch with yourself either. Okay. So, you know, like it makes it easier for me to keep a certain emotional distance from them niggas and not try too hard to be like, oh, like when the lady in Antigua was nice to me, I literally had to try to reciprocate because a part of me didn't want to believe that this kindness was real. I made myself buy the fucking gift. Because it was a test for me too. I had to be like, oh shit. But what if she's actually nice and I didn't like do what I usually would do with nice people? Like, and that's what it is. That's who I am. That's who I am. I like to make sure that nice people are taken care of because they're so few and far between in the fucking world. And so I do what I need to do because that's who the fuck I am. And it can go into people pleasing, but no, it's when I realize that that's who I am, now it's just for me. It's for me, and it's also for the nice person to see that they deserve other people to be nice to them. That's what it's for. And so, I made myself show up in ways that like usually I would be standoffish in when people are nice these nowadays, because I am so gullible. And it came around every single time. It came back to kindness. It always came back to kindness. And I was just like, this is the consistency that I need to see from people in the world for me to believe and keep moving forward in niceness. And so like, no, you have to move people out of these categories and let them show you who they are. And so you have to see the full breadth of them. There are things attached to them because of how they appear on the surface and things like that still matter and still are culturally significant. But at the same time, that's not all you focus on. Like, that's fucking weird. They're not just that piece. There's a whole plethora. Nobody's a monolith of their gender or their race or their culture or their ethnicity or whatever the fuck the words are. So that's what these little boys were doing, seeing her as a monolith of girls and being forced to be in a space with her and actually be kind showed them that, oh no, like even a little black boy, like you think like little black boy is over there saying the scientific name of flowers and shit, and I'm just like, oh, see, look, they this little geniuses and shit. There you go. And this has nothing to do with the show because I don't think the show does this, but you know how they have that like stereotype character. Like whenever they have the token black, sometimes they have the nerdy token black, right? And it's a consistent thing, right? I was watching a show yesterday. I forgot what it was. And they had the little nerdy token black dude, right? And I was just like, you know what? I think that white people conceptualize black men into this category of nerdy because they do that with Asian people. And like, so it's safer to see them as this nerdy nigga that they can take advantage of because we can bully nerds, we can be in control of nerds, than to actually show the black dude as like, a plethora of things instead of just the nerdy nigga and shit. I feel like that a little bit like you model minority, and then when you do that shit, when you make the nerdy character and shit black, I just a little bit so anyways, the little children learn some shit. And then Janine, she gets sparked off because she wants to do her fashion club. And so like she thinks the girl would be in the fashion club. So, she got some like misogynistic, patriarchal, situations going on there, that she need to work through herself. And she said it at the end. So, it is what it is. So like she goes to Ava talking about, oh, I want to do a fashion club. Janine dresses nice. I don't know what the fuck. This is like some kind of like gaslighting or whatever, but like she was wearing a little hippy dippy dress, flowy dress. That's in style. I mean, cottagecore is still a thing. Like, what the fuck? She be wearing colorful dresses like that are different than the blazers. And like, I was really sitting here because I be thinking about this and the way I dress sometimes. And there are a certain category of women that dress a certain way. I call them the beige, black, white, navy blue, burgundy bitches. And they always wear those colors. And it's always very cute and stylish. And they always have like some long bust down. It's kind of like they dress like like how East Asian women do the like they the queens of business casual. Like they be, and they make it look just so sincere. Like them East Asian bitches just be making that business casual look so like casual and shit. Like the shit is amazing, but like for me, I could never wear shit like that because I don't it feels constricting. And I like bright colors and shit, so I had to kind of formulate my own style of dress that went around, that circulated around being comfortable first and foremost. It needs, I can't, because I have crevices, and if things are rubbing in my crevices, they get sweaty, and then I start to smell, and it's uncomfortable. So it had to be comfortable, but also stylish. And also, like, you know, I like colorful things because I like things on me that it's so weird that if I need to dissociate out of a situation, that's what I would focus on. And like that, like that's like my nails. Like I be looking at my nails when people be talking to me like, look at this is an ice cream and shit. Like, look at the sprinkles on the ice cream. How many sprinkles are on the ice cream and shit? And it just kind of makes me feel centered and grounded and shit. But like, no, like I would get made fun of by them bitches. Niggas only date them bitches sometimes. Like they got the bust down. They always got their face beat, like whether it's a natural beat or it's an intense, but they be wearing the blouses, but the blouses be making sense and shit. And I be like, they look cute and shit, but I can't, I don't want to wear a blouse. I don't like shit all up on my neck like that. Like, oh God. I don't want a husband though. And the fucked up thing is I like GQ looking niggas. I like niggas that can put that shit on. They can wear a nice suit, like it's muscular and shit. But a little weird, a little nerdy, a little weird, a little nerdy. You know, a little hood, little like spicy book personality, little bit. You know, but like nerdy and shit. And like them niggas, like white bitches, Asian bitches, and them blue, black, burgundy, white, beige hoes. And I don't know. I like what I like. I don't know. It just seems fascinating to me. It's like, look at you. Look how much patience you put into yourself. And you smell good all the time because you put so much energy into smelling good and shit. And you know how to put the suit on in a way that fits your body. So it's not too tight. It's not too loose. It's just right. And then the suit matches your skin color. That means you took the time to figure out them niggas is gay, ain't they? And it's fine. I don't mind a bisexual. You just got, you know, we're going to be monogamous and you can't be a cheater. Like, cause absolutely not. But like, look at how you manicure your nails and they short. They not too long. Cause I hate a long nailed nigga. And I realize it's not even men. I just hate long nails. Like I hate long natural nails. It looks nasty. You can see through it. It looks like bones is growing out of your fingers and shit. I don't know what's wrong with me. Leave me alone. I don't like long natural nails, and especially on men. For some reason, on men, it just is so fucking nasty. Like, you know, it's just you took time with yourself, and the more time you take with yourself that I can see on you, how you wear it on you and shit, means that is gonna be how much time you take with me. If you love yourself that much. But then, like, sometimes it's they're narcissists and shit, and they only doing this for the views. They not doing it for them. It's not intrinsically coming from them. And I was just like, oh, you're a liar. I like GQ niggas that take care of their shit, that look good, that take care of their money, that just it's just so attractive. It's just intellectual and smart, and they know shit. And you can have long ass conversations, and they like to travel and do shit, and they big. Everywhere. Oh Lord, but then I'm over here dressed in like an anime shirt and anime pants and shit, and they love the shit out of me. They do. I believe it, and and just walking around in sweats and like, but they cute. Like this outfit is cute. I don't care what the fuck you talking about. And it pops off with the blue hair and shit. The color grading is going on. It's going on with the green. And yes, I'm gonna still look good in my way, but it may not necessarily match the same aesthetic, but it still goes together because you're mine and I'm yours, and so there you go. So I was watching that shit and I was looking at Ava in her like bodycon dress, and I was just like, she one of them beige bitches. She one of damn bust down beat face. And I'm not even mad at them because the shit is cute. It's just a different train track. It's not better or worse. It's a different style of dress. It's like, it's art. It's not better or worse. It's just a different train track, and I'm on this train track over here where I can't have shit all up under my arms and squishing my fat on my thighs. So when I'm walking, then I get the chafing and shit because these pants are so fucking tight, and oh god, I can't breathe. Like, I literally love like wearing them bodysuits that you wear to yoga. Like, if I have to restrain myself from wearing that shit every fucking, because it feels like you're naked. Like, if I could just be naked, but niggas rape bitches and shit. So that is the closest thing that I can get to being naked out in the world, and just feeling the breeze go through my nethers is amazing. This is a magical experience and shit, you know. If I could wear them shits all, but then it looks weird, and I mean, like, I usually don't give a fuck what people think, but it's to a certain extent, because you can look to if I go too extreme, I look crazy. like they need to put me away type, like, mental health issues, and so I don't want to go to a certain extreme, but nigga, I'll wear that shit every fucking day. I'll be finding the cutest ones, but no, I got a lot of body, and I don't like the energy I receive when I'm walking around in it and shit. Like, I really have to dissociate to just push that shit off of me. It don't matter if it's my size, it's still, I got a lot of body. And so no, I have to figure out like different other things to wear, and like it's still comfortable, it's still nice, but still like, if I can wear that shit every fucking day, you can tell me nothing. So no, I was just like, let her have her fashion club. Like, her outfits were cute. She came in with that little black peacoat looking crop peacoat top, and with the lines and shit. And then this bitch gonna say that's ugly, and I'm just like, so we're gaslighting? Is that the comedy? Is the comedy gaslighting? Like. Like, the comedy is gaslighting. Like, you're purposely trying to make it seem like we're crazy, right? That's like, my brain was confused. Like I was so confused. I was like, so is that the joke? Like, we're gaslighting right now, right? Because I see all y'all wearing like blazers and bodycon dresses, and she the only one coming in looking like she put that shit on. It's a little hippy dippy sometimes, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Little earthy, naturey and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, nigga. Cottagecore, bitch. Like, it was upsetting. It was upsetting me and my homegirls, and so, you know, I didn't like it. But I'm glad she got her fashion club. Like, I'm glad that the child had to be the one to tell Ava, and then she put her a lookbook together and shit. I wanted to see what she put together and shit, but we'll see. I don't know. I hate a blazer. I hate the way it squishes the fat on my arms. Even when I get it to be a bigger size, I just hate a blazer. Like, oh god, it just squishes the fat on your arm and shit, and I just don't know why people would wear it. Like oh shit, other people fat don't get squished like mine do. Shit, girl, I don't know. But you know, like, what was I saying? Oh, so that happened. She got her little club. It was cute. And then what happened? Oh, so the therapist getting into other people's business, and like, I learned how not to do that a long time ago, because at this point, like, no, because people be weird. Like, first they wanna overshare when they find out you're a therapist. They wanna overshare and shit, and then like, then if you give them advice, it's like either They do like Melissa and Barbara did, and they want to be just all of, and I'm gonna get advice from you and be all up in, and it's intrusive. Or they be like really standoffish afterwards, and then don't be barely talking to you. Shit, like you just told them something so profound it scared the shit out of them or some shit. And it's like, why'd you ask me that? Or I shouldn't even offer to. So I pulled back on that to just observing like everything's a television show. Like that's how I move through the world. Like literally everything's a television show. None of these people impact my life. Unless you make the effort to be a part of and connected to my show, everything else is a television show. Like I don't know, because I'm tired of people like projecting onto me and treating me a type of way, and then I don't even know why. I get the people that are really nice in the beginning, and then when they see like how independent I am and how I be taking care of shit, instead of being like, do you need extra help? You be doing that shit all by yourself. They start to feel a type of way because they can't like manipulate me, whether it be through people pleasing and overdoing shit, or being mean and trying to bring me down to their level, like introducing little snarky comments or whatever into the dynamic, slowly but surely building up to being an asshole all the time, so they can feel better about themselves and feel like they accomplished something by like crashing and burning this bitch that they feel has more confidence in them. So they can't do those things. They can't manipulate me or whatever. And so like they don't know how to interact with me. And so they start becoming standoffish and passive aggressive and shit. Standoffish and or passive aggressive. Because it's not all the time. They're like mean. People aren't mean all the time. They just start to distance themselves, and they'll just be like, what the fuck did I didn't even say that? Okay. So that's happened so many times that I've just started to just become the observer. I don't know what you want me to like. You don't want to treat me like a human being. Shit. Like you're scared of something that I'm going to say or do. I don't fucking know what it is, but like, I don't have the energy to decipher, and that's why I would people please, because niggas would start doing shit like that, and I'd just be like, well, what am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you come back here. No, I just don't give a fuck. Like, well, they're distancing themselves. It's happening again. I'm gonna go read this book. Shit. I'm gonna go on another trip. It's like, I require you to be yourself when you're around me, and if you don't know who you are, then you don't know how to be around me. Like, you don't have to do anything for me to enjoy your company. I just like you for you and shit, and I, from what you've shown me so far, and like, that's it. Like, you don't have to like do, I mean, if you my nigga and shit, of course I'm gonna expect you to do like shit for me, like the fuck. But like friends and shit like that, like just show up and shit, nigga. Like show up and want to do shit and have money to do shit. And then sometimes just hang out and like actually enjoy my company and shit, and ask me questions and like want to get to know me and shit. I'm not just sitting here like going on about your life and shit you've been going through and you know, like shit like that. So I'm just gonna keep observing, because it protects me from bullshit, and there's an open pathway to people coming through that. But as soon as you show me that on a consistent basis that you got some shit going on that I don't feel like dealing with, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna move back emotionally. You're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. I mean, maybe you will know. I don't fucking know. I don't have it. I don't have it for you. So the fact that she was sitting there listening to that conversation, and she was talking about, oh, this is like catnip for therapists. Like, therapists aren't that nosy, girl. Who writes this character? Therapists are not that nosy in real life. Like, yes, I'm nosy to a certain extent. I like to hear the cheese made, the gossip and all that stuff. I'm not going to ask about it. I'm not going to intrude upon it if it's happening around me. I'm just going to listen. Be like, wow, That's crazy. Like, what you gonna do about that? Like, I don't know what else to say to you. I'm just gonna listen. Like, I just, because it's interesting. It's an interesting story. It's an interesting television show today. But otherwise, I just, I wouldn't have intruded on them bitches. Girl. No, older women, especially older black women, like, I don't know how to talk to them a lot of the time, like, because they want a certain level of respect that is unearned sometimes. Because she's 65, you gotta, I don't care, like, I'm just gonna treat you regular. And if, like, it took so much in me to call this lady at this place in Antigua Miss Rose, like, I was just like, but everybody around me was calling her Miss Rose, and she never tripped up. She never faltered. She was just always nice, and I just felt off her being kind, so fucking kind. She deserved for me to call her Miss Rose, like, and that's Miss Rose. And I don't know what the fuck you want me to say, like, that's Miss Rose, like, that's the type of shit that you have to do for me to be feeling honorifics. I don't like honorifics. I just feel like you're just a person, because you show me that you're just a person. You show me that you do childish things. You show me that you're just a human being with flaws and issues and stuff that are toxic and detrimental to me. Why am I calling you Miss, Mr.? What? Why am I showing you a level of respect? Like, why? So, you just gotta listen. You can't intrude upon. I want a husband, though. Oh, God. I'm gonna send me a husband with, like, a mom. I'm gonna be nice. But, like, what if she's mean? And if she's mean and shit, then it's like, oh, my God. Like, is he gonna say anything? Like, cuz, oh, she got one more time, I'm gonna cuss her out. I don't care if it's in front of people. I don't care if it's in private. I will be like, you're a raggedy ass bitch. I don't like the way you talk to this motherfucker right here. This is your child. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? And you're damn sure not gonna talk to me like that. So either he gonna get his shit together and be on my side because this bitch is abusive, or I'm leaving. Like, I don't know. You got only a few times with me. Like, I'm not gonna give you months. When I see you got this bitch as a mom, shit, and she's abusive and fucked up, why would I do, girl? She don't care about you. She treat you fucked up. Why would I honorifics? Like, I don't even want to be around the bitch. Like, I don't know how to be around older women, older black women. Like, I don't know. They really. There's some great ones. And, some people would consider me somewhat of an older black woman. I don't know. I just wouldn't have gotten involved. Absolutely not. I've had too many bad experiences. And the thing is, because I don't give off that energy of pedestalization and shit that people give off to older black women, they don't necessarily know how to interact with me. Most of the time it's okay, but, like, sometimes, like, they don't know how to interact with me. So sometimes it can become awkward because I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna put on that. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? Yo, like, and I've had those weird looks when I've done that, like, yo, like, yeah, yo, what's up? I mean, because I would want to be treated normally as I age. Like, I don't even like when my clients call me Miss Jasmine. I mean, I let it slide. Like, it is what it is. But I'll have some clients call me that, and I'll just be like, I guess if that makes you feel comfortable to say that, that's none of my business. And I'll, let it ride and slide. So yeah, I wouldn't have gotten involved in that. Like, I don't. Absolutely not. Or if I had gotten involved, I would have been more blunt. I'm not the back. I can't. We got this thing in therapy that you got to take them through the back door and let them figure it out for themselves type shit. And I'll just say the thing. Like, so, like, if you don't talk to him, he doesn't know that you're mad, right? No, nigga, I'll write a dissertation to a nigga, but by the time we get to the dissertation portion, I'm walking out the door. And if you ask me why, it's in a dissertation. You should read it. Because I've told you multiple times up to the point of the dissertation, and you wasn't listening. So now look, you lost a bitch. I don't know what to tell you. Find another bitch. Like, find another bitch that'll be okay with whatever the fuck you got going on over here. Find another bitch. It's not me. Because niggas, I'm not scared. Because what is the point of sitting around not saying shit to a nigga for how long? Like, you waiting for this nigga to crack and then like crawl on his knees and beg you over some petty shit? Like, over forgetting the fucking hamster's birthday? I would just be like, nah, nigga, like it's Poof's birthday. Like, what the fuck? You know, she's a Taurus. Why don't you remember that? Like, why don't you know the tread of my feet? Like, the smell of my body? Like, why would you not know that? Like, why? The cadence of my breath as it comes out of my body. I want a husband. Oh, like, ew, like, I would say it because why wouldn't you know the tread of my feet? Like, see, I'm so upset by the way that I be memorizing these niggas and imprinting on them just to know every aspect of them. Because that's just the way my brain works and I can't help it. The fixation be fixating. Oh, God. And to never have experienced that back. Like, maybe I wouldn't like it. Maybe that would teach me to not imprint. Like, no, that's just the way my brain works. Like, I don't know. It's offensive now to me that you would not know the tread of my feet. Like, that is so offensive. I feel offended. So no, like, I didn't see the point of that. You give it, like, you saved shit like that for big shit. Like, he said he was gonna show up to some shit and he didn't, and he didn't say why he didn't, and like why would you? You know what the fuck you did, nigga? Like you ate my leftovers and shit. Like, you know that I don't appreciate that. What the fuck? So, you know, I don't even think I would give the silent treatment anymore. Like, you got a few times with me. Maybe not with the leftover thing. That's petty. But no, like, it becomes like a consistent habit where you're eating my leftovers even after I've said some shit to you and over again and shit. And like, you're eating all of it and shit, and I don't have any left. Like, then it's like, you know, you're one of them weaponized incompetence niggas and shit. I need to get the fuck up out of here. This is gonna escalate into some bullshit. No, you gotta know the difference between like, oh, like, I forgot, it was a mistake, and oh, this is weaponized incompetence. You're doing this shit on purpose to piss me off every single time just because you're a bitch. I gotta get the fuck up out of it. Oh, God. I'm not going to this couples therapy when I see that I'm not the problem. No, if I am in a relationship and I know for a fact that I'm not the problem, I'm not going to couples therapy, bitch. You go to therapy. You haven't said one thing that makes sense of me being the problem. Like, and I've talked to other people. I've even went back to therapy and talked to a therapist by myself. I'm not going to couples therapy. And you over here looking at other bitches and shit when we walking around, but you want to sit up here and act like I'm the problem and I need to be in therapy with you and shit to understand why you look at other bitches. No, like, you go to therapy by yourself and you work that shit out. You got one time with me to look at another bitch. I'm not gonna. Oh, God, you got one motherfucking time. I don't have it because I'm over here actively working on not allowing niggas in my personal space because I'm with you. Not giving side hugs or no hugs at all. Making sure I'm not alone in a room with a nigga. Not letting a nigga lean into my space too much. Not letting a nigga put his hand on the small of my back and shit. Not having super long conversations with niggas, especially when they give off vibes that they want to fuck me and shit. Paying attention to when niggas give off vibes that they want to fuck me and shit, and making sure that these things are cut short and I'm not around them like that. I'm over here putting in work because you show up and you stop showing up. Sir. Doing all this for you and you stop showing up. Nigga, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm not going to therapy with you. Either you gonna take the initiative or you gonna lose a bitch. Like, go find another bitch that'll put up with that shit. Go find, and she you know, hopefully you have a great time with that hoe. You know, and nefarious don't build on nefarious, and evil don't build on evil, and the shit don't explode in your face one day on some bullshit. But I'm not that one. I don't understand. So now I'm gonna communicate. Like, the fuck? I like watching them. I like watching them when I say the words, and he looks so hurt. I'll be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? No, I'm gonna say it. It's funny. I love you. I do. I love you so much, and I love to make sure that you feel what I feel. And the only way I can do that is by making myself absent out of your life. And then, you know, the loss of this. Oh, the hurt. I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't have been fucking up. Shit, like. But, you know, I'm going to communicate. We went so many places with this. Fuckers be like, she's evil. I know I am. Nobody said I was all good, nigga. Like, I only do it when it's justified, though. Like, when it's justified, like Eileen Mornos and shit. Only I'm not gonna kill a nigga because ain't that nigga sending me to jail, motherfucker. No, evil builds on top of evil until it explodes. Nefarious builds on top of nefarious, and those are not my lives to take. But I'm gonna take my life out of your life. I'm a scary bitch. No, I don't care. What husband though? I do, and God's gonna send me my husband. He is gonna name all the things. He's gonna send me all the things. But for right now, I'm not just letting anything into my life. And so, like, to watch them older women talk about their generational trauma of not knowing how to communicate because, I don't know, they scared niggas gonna leave or whatever the fucking reason, instead of bleeding these motherfuckers dry by making themselves absent in some way when these niggas decide to act up, and letting them know what you're gonna do and why you're doing it. Either you're gonna train them to act right, or they're not gonna act right. If you got a nigga you need to train, then you need to train them. Like, I don't understand. So, like, I mean, we train everybody. Like, we train and we are trained. Like, we have to learn each other. Like, I don't understand what the confusion is. We all have to learn each other. Like, and we have to have enough respect to learn for ourselves first and foremost, to learn ourselves, and enough respect so that we can have respect to learn enough for other people to learn other people and shit, nigga. So I don't see what the problem is. Like, no, like, I love to make a nigga cry when they fucked up, like, by just my mere absence. Like, yeah. You shouldn't have fucked up. I don't know what to tell you. Like, cause I've already told you. Like, it's not like you did one thing and I dipped. It's like you did. Like, I let you do 15 things. Know what I mean? 15 things consistently. Some of them was back to back. Some of it was like a monthly, bi-monthly. And I got tired. Like, I don't understand. And I told you every single time, and you said you was not gonna do the thing. Or we made a compromise and some shit, and you didn't follow through. Like, I don't understand what. That's fair. That's fair. I'm giving chances. I'm communicating, working it out, trying to work it out together and whatever. I'm not going to couples therapy if I didn't do it, though. I didn't do anything. I'm not adding to this in any way. I'm just showing up and being, oh, you're too quick to. I haven't left yet. You've done this shit 5 times. Have I left yet? Unless it's cheating. Like, no, you got one time. Absolutely not. No. Out here, motherfuckers got STDs and shit, and HIV and all this other shit, and I don't want, and you don't care about what I want when you do that. Because I care enough about what you want to make sure not to be alone in rooms with niggas. Make sure not to niggas. Make sure. You can't even keep my vagina safe, nigga. Like, get out of my face. Get out of my face. I'm over here purposely trying to keep your penis safe, thinking ahead, making plans, making sure you ain't doing a motherfucking thing for me, nigga. Like, I hate you. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't compromise on cheating. Absolutely not. You over here giving me all these motherfucking STDs and shit. You don't give a fuck. You just don't care. Like, you don't care about my life. You don't care about my ability to have children. Like, oh God, you don't care about me, nigga. Like, the fuck. So no, like, and now look, she got these bitches on her. They just like, and then she don't know how to set boundaries to people's faces. I'll be like, actually, I can't do that because, I need my, break time to be my break time. So I can't be your therapist, but I can refer you to, a therapist that I know. So we're setting a boundary, but we're also providing services. Or you give them the Psychology Today website and Therapy for Black Girl website, and you go on about your day. Because absolutely not. You're not going to take away my free time. I'm over here listening to these children talk about being hit in the face and abused. Fuck shit going on. Children is depressed. How you want to kill yourself at 9 years old? How do you even know about death like that? And then you want me to listen to your problems where you should have learned this shit a long time ago. I don't. Yeah, so I stopped seeing kids and adults. I just see like adults now. I don't want to hear that shit from no child. It's just like, why? What are you talking about? What do you mean hit in the face? Girl, I don't have it. You niggas want me to have it. I don't have it. I just... So, bombardment. I felt it in my spirit. I hated that for her, but she need to learn how to set boundaries and stuff. She can go and talk to the supervisor, but like, you can't just be everything. You're gonna talk to the supervisor about everything. These are like mid things. Like, they just crossing boundaries a little bit. You just gotta set boundaries and let them know. And they might not like you a little bit, but they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. You just gotta say it nicely, so it makes it very much so harder for them to not like you, because you said it with a smile and a calm tone of voice. Because you weren't mad. Like, I don't say it with a smile and a calm tone of voice because I'm masking and pretending to not be mad. I say it because, like, I'm not mad. Like, just because I said no doesn't mean I'm mad that you asked. It just means, like, I'm not going to do that. That's all. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. No. And then I go about my okay, it's over. Like I don't. And people be just so offended because they're triggered by the word no. It brings, if they were like dog piled on, and when they were a kid or some shit growing up, and everything was put on them, and they was blamed for a bunch of shit. They can't handle no. They think that no is them being blamed for some shit. I don't know. That's none of my business though. I'm still gonna say no. Like that's a moment for you to learn how to cope. Every no is a moment for you to learn how to cope. Like, because the world is gonna keep giving you no's, and you gotta figure it out. And it's not always gonna be a no. Sometimes you're gonna get a yes, and hopefully most of the time you get yeses, but occasionally you're gonna get a no, and it shouldn't be so jarring. It shouldn't be so debilitating. It shouldn't. Strengthen yourself, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride going forward from here. Who knows what's gonna happen next year? So every no is you getting it in the gym mentally and practicing how to strengthen your resolve and pivot. And every no is a lesson in pivoting, because you need to learn how to fucking pivot, nigga. Like, okay, this person can't do this for me because of whatever reason, and that doesn't mean they're a bad person, and know the difference between people saying no and motherfucking extremes. Like, if somebody's supposed to be your best friend or some shit, and they're always saying no to hanging out with you, don't no, that doesn't. God, everything's on a spectrum. Like, niggas can say no sometimes, but like them extreme niggas that never want to do shit with you are always saying no to you about like, then you maybe you don't vibe, and you don't need to be around them motherfuckers. The extreme ones, not the ones that occasionally say no because they have lives or they just don't feel like it sometimes. It is what it is. Especially when it comes to shit like people's jobs, and like, you do this every day on a daily basis, and you need a safe space to like relax and shit, and motherfuckers even want to invade your safe space. Absolutely, girl. Like, you don't need rest too. Like, so you gotta snatch it back. You gotta snatch your rest. Like, absolutely not. Girl, you gotta snatch your rest. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta snatch it and keep it and hold it tight, nigga. Like, I said what I said. But anyways, this is my review of Abbott Elementary season 5 episode 7, Goof Girl. I'm gonna do the next episode next week, and then what am I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna do Wicked, and then I don't like Cynthia Revio, and it's because she's anti-black. You can look up the tweets. It has nothing to do with whatever these racist motherfuckers are saying or doing or whatever the fuck, but I like Wicked, so I'm going to watch it, because you can see my first review of the first part of Wicked to see why I don't like Cynthia Revio. I said in the beginning, girl, there was no accountability. There was never any accountability for them tweets or what she said about black people, black Americans and shit. I just feel like, you kind of experiencing some of the things, like saying that we're jealous of Africans and shit. You're experiencing some of the things that we experience on a regular basis now. And I just feel like, sometimes you need to not call in the evil, when we say fucked up things and we call in the evil. Sometimes we experience things that we shouldn't experience because of the energies that we call in when we say negative things. God bless her, and it's none of my business. I mean, she's rich, like, I'm sure, like, the money helps, and, like, good for her. A black person is rich, and hopefully they pay it forward into other black productions and black people and blackness, and hopefully in the name of, I don't know. So, like, it can't be too bad, I guess. I don't know. Fuck. God bless, though. Like, that's horrible. You shouldn't be experiencing racism and misogynies and sexism and whatever. You should be able to just be a person, but because of the color of your skin, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. So I don't know what to tell you. God bless. I be trying. I just, oh God, it's horrible. It's a horrible person. Oh fuck. So I'm gonna do Wicked part 2. And then I think I might do Gen V season 2. I might sit down and watch it and take notes and do all, oh God, so many episodes, but like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for Christmas. That poor man died. I've been putting it off just because he died. That's why girl, oh my God, he died. It's so horrible. Oh, he didn't do nothing to nobody and just gonna die like that, nigga. Like, oh, who's his name? Chance. God bless him in the name of Jesus. Oh, so horrible. Shit. Oh God. I'm just so emotional. Like, I'm so fucking sad. Like, I don't want to watch it. I don't know how they sent him off. I don't want to watch it. Like, I don't want to watch it. Like, oh, I just have to start. And I can get through it. I mean, I've heard good things about it, so I'm sure they sent him off in a decent way, I guess. Oh God, he just I hate it. He was so young and shit, and just vibrant, and had a light to him, and just he was one of the greats and shit, nigga. Like, you just feel it, and just to take him out like that, like, I don't know, like, God bless him in the name of Jesus. But anyways, that's probably what I'm gonna do. This has been my review of Abbott Elementary season 5, episode 7. Let me know what you thought. Like, share, subscribe, and all that other stuff. And later days.